is not out of this meet. Yanish. This went big again on floor. She's consistent on this event. All of her vaults have been 9.8 or better. You can put that one on the list.
Beautiful. She has incredible distance. That's how much power she has coming onto the table. And it's all about directing that into the table. Of course, blocking, wrapping into that tight twist. Just that hop back on the landing.
Her last two vaults of the regular season were both 9.875s. Widner 9.725. Maddie Burnett. Burnett on the bars, coming out back-to-back 9.8s.
Combination right here at the top of the routine. Major release connected down to the low bar. Finishing double layout.
Maddie, of course, part of that big set on floor. She had a 9.85 on her floor today. Stanford went 49.35. First time this year they've reached 49 on any event.
She is so proud. Tabitha is so proud of that team. They've been so resilient, and they're just having a great day.
All right, Washington is right up against it now. They're already going to have to count at least the 9.25. So Bowles, Thomas, McNamara, and Taylor Russin have to hit. No more falls. Amanda, I don't have Taylor competing this year on my notes. So,
well, wow. Oh,
talk
no.
about a tough spot.
And another fall. I think when we talk to Washington, this is kind of some of the struggles they've seen is just that inconsistency. You know, they've had 3 very good events, but it's the balance beam. It's always challenging. Another fall. At this point, what happens is when they're underclassmen or even the upperclassmen on this event, one person makes a mistake and it kind of, you know, becomes contagious. They really need to reset. Clearly, 2 falls on the balance beam definitely can take them right out of the competition.
We've talked about it for years that almost every meet we've ever done has been decided one way or another on the balance beam. It's the equivalent of turnovers in a football game. You just can't overcome them. And Ralph Rosso, he knows, he's got a young team. He said, look, this is part of the growing pains. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. They had a good day for 3 rotations until they got to the beam. But it's happened to the best teams in this sport in history. Atlanta Dietz, Arizona on the floor. Remember, Dietz had a 9.875 on bars in the second rotation. Big air.
Woo. And a bouncy landing. She'd have been out of the floor lineup for a few weeks, so they were grateful to have her back in. Big smile there. She finishes her routine. Very nice. strong vault for Oregon State.
Sydney Gonzalez with a half on, half off pike. So Oregon State has actually gone in front. Before that vault, Oregon State had passed Washington, leading by 0.15. Burnett just got a 9.75. Grace Garcia. So Stanford is running in third right now, and they still have a chance. And they still have Bryant in the 5 spot. And Addie Stone-Cipher in the anchor.
Nice release combination to start the routine. Setting up for the dismount. Came up a little bit short, but held on to it. The front 1.5 twist. And holding that stuck landing.
So to show you how quickly fortunes change in gymnastics, Washington had a pretty good lead coming into this final rotation. They have suffered 3 falls. Oregon State moves into the lead. Stanford is close, and Arizona still has a chance.
Well, and every team knows that. You can't give up till it's over, right? You've got teams finishing on their best events, and they could pull through. And for Washington at this point, they need to just settle down, and the back part of the lineup needs to put up some strong routines because they're capable of doing that.
Lauren Thomas. She has just 1 routine this year better than 9.8 on the beam. Good time for a second.
Kick over front, directly connected to that back handspring. Clean lead pass. Finishing round on 1.5 twist. Nice job. A lot of mistakes on this event. Didn't let it bother her. Got up there and did the routine she was capable of doing.
9.825 for Dietz keeps Arizona in it. Now Olivia Orman. So Arizona's got a shot. Stanford's got a shot, and Oregon State has the lead. Lead is now 0.175. Oregon State over Stanford. Arizona just behind that. Music miscued, so she'll reset. Oh, why not? They dealt with everything else.
She knew exactly what to do, though.
Yeah,
She
just
popped
walk
up,
away.
walked off the floor.
Yeah, just break it all and reset. She's a sophomore, so she's maybe been through just enough to understand to walk away. She's been real solid on the floor. 6 of 7 this year have been at least 9.8. Went 9.85 4 times.
Nice high 1.5 twist there in that combination.
Only event of the day for Olivia Orman. She's been sitting on the bench for 2.5 hours.
Big double pike. Her best face says it all.
Sure does. She looked right at Taylor Spears and said, how about that?
She waited the entire competition, but it was worth it. Great routine.
Remember, 15 of 19 on the roster are freshmen and sophomores. They're growing up a lot right here in front of us. .985 for Yanish, 9.875 for Sydney Gonzalez, and now the Dagans, who are both great on this event. Lacey Dagan was in the ball lineup in the midseason, had a win, has 2 9.9s. They need a score right now. They're holding on to the lead.
That should be a good one. She has nice position, straight arms on the table, opens up a little off center there on the landing.
So they have 5 scores now, but they have 2 9.775. So you're going to want to drop one of those with Maddie Dagan in the anchor spot.
Well, she's got a 1.5 twist vault, so it can be a big score.
How about Garcia with the 9.85 on bars for Stanford? Here's Kyla Bryant again. Kyla has won twice on bars. 3 of her 4 scores, 9.8 plus.
We see her power easily on floor and vault, but she brings it on the uneven bars too.
Yeah, beautiful so far.
Quick to her handstands like that. Lots of speed, double layout. Oh, wow. Came up a little short, but
did a good job to hold on to it.
She did, and that was an outstanding routine. That was really the only deduction.
Can you imagine with everything that Stanford's been through, and I understand every team has gone through it, but it's been magnified in the Bay Area. If Stanford were to come in and win this session, what a job that would be. 9.725 Lauren Thomas. Katie McNamara. And the sidebar story is how Washington had been so good for 3 rotations, and in 3 straight falls to open their beam set, it all got away from them. But you learn and you grow from it.
Now these underclassmen, part of the experience is sometimes stumbling and learning, right? Their season's not over just because they've made mistakes here. So it's about going back into practice and making sure you don't make those same mistakes again. They saw their potential. They had 3 strong events. And balance beam can be a great event for them, but like any team, it can also break your momentum.
Katie Mack's last 2 on the beam have been outstanding. 9.9 against California, 9.875 at California. And those back-to-back meets against the Bears.
And one of their strong freshmen who are gaining a lot of experience here. Beautiful routine.
You bet. And keep in mind that many of the teams we're going to see today, Session 1, Session 2, are going on to the regionals, which begin early April.
Dismounting, side aerial, full twist. Going for that perfect landing also.
With all the COVID protocols, there are 2 sports that I've done recently that really lend themselves to this new world, and that is gymnastics, because the teams never come together. They share some equipment, but there's time for cleaning in between. And the other sport I did was cross country, where you're literally running away from other people. So we're still waiting on a score for Olivia Orman on that floor. So far, Arizona has gone 9.85 with Laura Lee Horton. Danny Nosek went 9.675. Lenny Dietz 9.825. We're expecting a good score from Olivia Orman. Is that the score they're posting there? Maybe a 9.775?
Looked like the judges were.
And it is a 9.775. So hoping to drop Nosek's 9.675 with Castles and Hargrove on the back end as Arizona continues to chase Oregon State and Stanford. Castles on the floor has posted a score as high as 9.875. Did that against UCLA.
Round off 2.5 twist punch front. So right at the top of her floor routine, she has incredible flexibility. She showcases that throughout. Lots of twisting in that pass, back 1.5 through to a double full. Beautiful routine to
Sure
watch.
was. Yeah, that was much different than a lot that we've seen this year. Kind of going old school on it with some classical violin music.
Yeah, and she's a beautiful dancer, great
Yes.
flexibility, and really capitalized that in that routine.
Back-to-back 9.875s after Yanish's 9.85. If you went over and asked Tanya or Mike Chaplin, the head coaches at Oregon State, it comes down to one vault. Who do you want? They'd say, how about Maddie Dagan? Ranked 11th in the country. She's won 4 times. She's got 9.9 5 times.
1.5 twist. She took that small step back in the warm-up. She nailed it perfect. Still going to be a great score. Still going to knock out one of those 9.775s.
Oregon State was leading by 0.25 coming in, so this should close the door for the Beavers.
The 1.5 twist, so much more difficult to land because as her feet are coming to the ground, she's looking forward. So you can see, almost jars her a little bit. Anytime you come up short, it's risky. She did a nice job of taking a very small step, so it should be a minimal deduction.
And let's remember that Oregon State had terrible first rotations. On the bars, they went 48.07 in the first rotation. They did 49, well, I guess 49.1 in that second rotation on beam is pretty good. So after that terrible start, they've come back.
Stanford finishing up on the bars. The good news is they do have 5 scores locked in. Of course, their low score, that 9.675, but combination clear hip to that pack salto. Another combination clear hip to double tuck. Simple way to finish the routine.
Addie Stonecipher. Taylor Russin here.
Setting up for her tumbling. Nice job. Beautiful flexibility. Nice calm rhythm as she's working through this routine. This has been a tough rotation, but the final 3 athletes have really come back and finished up strong.
So our final performer, Leah Hargrove on the floor for Arizona. The 9.9 by Jessica Castles is a career high for her. Unfortunately for Arizona, it's not going to be enough. The Dagans both went 9-8-7-5 for Oregon State. Lacey Dagan first, Maddie Dagan anchor spot. Oregon State will win session number 1. Now, Malia Hargrove doesn't know that, and Arizona still has a good shot at second.
Full twisting double back to start. Big bounce out. Looks like she fought to stay in there, though.
Hargrove has gone 9-8 or better 6 times on the floor this year. Twice has gone 9-9.
Nice combination work. Final pass. Clean double tack.
So although she didn't know it, Malia Hargrove might have just gotten Arizona's second place. Now, Oregon State did exactly what they needed on the vault. As I look at their scores, they opened with back-to-back 9-7-7-5s. Then Yanish goes 9-8-5. Then Gonzalez and the Dagans put up 3 straight 9-8-7-5s. So they were able to drop one of those early low scores. They posted 49-2-5 on the event. It's enough to protect the lead and win session number 1. So Oregon State wins. Stanford and Arizona were battling for second. We'll give you that total. We come back. Beavs wins session number 1 and post a score.